Welcome back to AB Florida Garden, or welcome to those who see me for the first time. We garden here in Florida in Zone 9B. We do a lot of tropical plants. We do a vegetable garden. We do landscaping, hardscaping, but I do a lot of planting of beneficial plants, edibles, that you might not think to grow. So today I want to go over one of those plants, the Moringa tree, that I found to be so beneficial. It's such an add to my garden. We are going to look at it and we're going to harvest some. We're going to look at how I process the harvest, and we're going to do that today because this plant has to be cut back. It is kind of bending on its own weight, and it's time, as you see. Pretty much everything on this tree is edible. Here are the flowers, and yes, you can eat them. The leaves, you can eat these just like spinach. You can put them in your salad or cook them like spinach and an omelet, saute them. You can also harvest them, dry them. Here's one of the seed pods. This one has been fairly dry and already split open. What I do like doing is let these flowers go and become what this tree is famous for, sort of like beans. They're the fruit of the tree, and you harvest them when they're still green and young. The moringa tree's fruit tastes almost like asparagus when you boil it, and that's exactly how you eat it. It is very delicious and extremely healthy. I took a picture of my harvest from last season, a handful of the pods. And harvesting is super easy. The plant literally wants to feed you. You can take the leaves and just break them off right here. You see how easy that was? And collect these leaves. I picked the nice green fresh ones and the very young ones. Here are some of the seed pods that I collected last season. They dry on the plant, and you can just harvest them for the seeds. The seeds themselves have a lot of health benefits, but in addition, though, they are also used for water purification, and you can press them for oil. Now you can put these seeds into water and boil it. I've also heard you can pop it like popcorn. I've never done that. I take it mainly for just, beauty stuff. Like, it helps with hair loss, it's good for your skin, and it supports diabetes treatment. A lot of people take it for weight loss. I've never used it for that, but I read that that's good. It cleans your body from toxins and heavy metals and really supports your immune system, and who doesn't need that right now? A lot of people use them as an additive to their diet, or just take them in the form of a pill for its antibacterial and antifungal properties. These also help you regulate cholesterol and blood sugar, so they're really great for improving your heart, brain, liver, and eye health. It helps treat ulcers and joint pain and improves digestion. It helps with sleep, and it aids in weight loss. So let's go ahead and open some of these. I dried these seed pods for my last harvest. They dry on the plant, and these are called drumstick, which is another reason which is the reason why this tree is also called drumstick tree. And these seeds are great. They are really good for your health. They actually use them for water filtration. They use the whole plant really to combat malnutrition in third world countries where they grow this because it's so drought tolerant and pretty much grows everywhere. Now, it is on the list of invasive species, which I don't understand why. Mine invaded anything in my garden. As a matter of fact, the only tree I have is the one that I grew from a small baby plant. I tried growing the plant from seed, you know, for friends to share the wealth. Haven't been very lucky. Oopsie. So, yeah, I think you should give it a try for sure. It's been doing really well in my garden. Right here are some dried bundles that I harvested about 2 weeks ago, and they are ready for processing, either in tea. I will just split them up slightly and break them down, or I turn them into pulver and can add the pulver to my smoothies or to soups or any type of food really, and that adds a huge amount of nutrition. All right, let me go ahead and show you real quick how I turn this into the powder that you can use as an additive. I have my dried moringa leaves. I'm gonna cut a lot of the stem off. I just don't like cutting this down, and then just stuff it into the processor. I use my coffee grinder. Believe it or not, it works really well. Close the sucker down, and now for the loud noise. Now I'm using my coffee grinder. Obviously you can use any type of food processor. And here's what you would otherwise pay a lot of money for. Moringa powder. This is what the grind up moringa looks like. It should be enough for a little bit to put into soups and smoothies. All right, let's go ahead and make a couple of bundles to hang up and dry. Just take some yarn, string, whatever you have. I'm going to take a few stems. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good amount. And just wrap it around. It's really not that hard at all. Anyone can do this. And the plant literally takes care of itself. I haven't fertilized it. The only thing I do is cut it back every year. And that's it. It is so low maintenance and offers so many benefits. Just get a little knot here. That's all you have to do. And now all we have to do is hang it on little hooks that I have installed in my kitchen, where it will hang for about approximately a week or two. Bundle number one. I use these command hooks. They are almost invisible, and they are strong enough to hold one bundle at a time. I haven't tried more. And here's the finished product. The fruit of our labor. Isn't that so pretty? Just briefly, let me show you how I store my dried moringa. After I hung it up to dry, I break it down in small pieces and use it for tea. I store it in this glass container that can be sealed properly. And just to give you an understanding as to how great this plant is, it contains 92 nutrients, 46 antioxidants, 36 anti-inflammatories, 18 amino acids, 9 of those essential. It has 2 times the protein of yogurt, 3 times the potassium of bananas. It has 2 times the calcium that you'd find in milk and 4 times vitamin A that you would normally find in carrots. There's much more And if that doesn't convince you yet, I suggest that you look up the plant's nutrition facts online to get a better idea of its health effects and why you should add this to your garden. And if you can't, at least add it to your diet. Well, that was a lot of information. I hope I at least inspired you to maybe grow one of these moringa trees in your own garden. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I see you in the next one.